Okay, welcome to this massive butthole that is the Raiden Shogun's abode. And I need to tell you 4 things very quickly, so please listen up. 1. Remember that you can eat food. I don't see anyone taking advantage of this for whatever reason. They're like, oh please, I need help. Bring food. Honestly, you can combine multiple foods of different types. So you can't eat 2 Chingsa stir fries and expect 400 damage, but you can include a stir fry, defense food, and a potion as well. So if you need to, eat your food. It literally doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to eat this, and then I'm also giving myself some crit rate, and I'm also going to give myself some defense food. Boom. Second, make sure that you understand that this is a DPS event, so most likely this boss fight is going to be tough for those that have underbuilt characters. So if you need to, take the time to build your characters. This boss is not going to go away, okay? Number 3, this is a free-to-play guide. So, this character lineup up here of Amber, Noelle, Lisa, and Traveler, you can replace with whoever you want. Amber can be Yoimiya, Noelle can be Zhongli, my Traveler could be Ito, Lisa can be Yae Miko. Remember that these characters are interchangeable, but remember this fight is mandatory for Electro. You need Electro and maybe a shielder to pass this fight. Honestly, you have very tanky units, but just to be safe, bring a shielder and bring Electro, specifically Electro. 4. Remember that I am world level 8, so my characters may be a high level, but remember in this game, your gear is more indicative of how good your character is rather than the level. So, my Amber right now is level 90, but because this fight doesn't require her a lot, I'm going to be giving her a messenger when she usually uses Amos Bow. Same with Noelle. She's using a White Iron Greatsword, and she could be rather using White Blind, but that's not really fair because it's rank 5 in Refinement, and I don't think everyone has one. So, in terms of DPS in this entire fight, it's going to be Traveler and Noelle pretty much. Lisa is important for one part of the fight, and Amber can help us reduce the amount of time spent in one phase. But otherwise, this boss fight only has 2 phases. One, when she is not in her Shogun big form, and when she is in her Shogun big form. That's about it.
There's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Alright, Amber, you bet. So, I'm going to be entering this domain at level 70 because, again, I don't want to waste the viewer's time. The reason why is because eventually you'll see all the boss fight has to offer, and I'm just not going to be sitting there forcing you to look at me dodge for like 30 minutes. So I'm going to lower the difficulty, but this is not really difficulty, rather just the amount of health that the character has. So, in terms of the Raiden Shogun's health, this is just lowering her HP, so I don't waste your time as the viewer. So please appreciate this, okay? This is not because I'm a pansy, but because level 90, it'll probably take me like 20 minutes to do. Alright, here we go. All characters lined up. Okay, so when the fight actually begins, please understand 3 different concepts when entering this domain. 1. When she enters the Baleful Shadowlord form, which by the way is inevitable, it builds up over time, and will only heighten itself when she hits you, don't try to hit her. Unless if you have like a few elemental skills you can apply at range. The reason being is that it does no damage. So if you try to Unga Bunga with Diluc or something, or Zhongli, don't. You're gonna get killed. Second, when it comes to this fight, there are some fight attacks where you'll be like, hey, I dodged that, or oh come on, that wasn't fair. That 2 attacks happened at once. I couldn't have dodged that. And it's true. It does have some attack overlap. It does suck, but sometimes you can break the pathing of the boss, and I'll show you that later with Geo Traveler. And third, don't get greedy and just take this fight one chunk at a time. This fight eventually will hand you the things that you need to fight the actual boss, but otherwise, understand that this boss might take around 2 to 10 minutes to maybe even 15 minutes. But as long as you don't get greedy and understand what the boss is doing, you'll be fine. Anyway, please pay attention, and if you don't see the move that was used on you during the fight, chances are I'll mention it at the very end because I have been fighting her for about 2 hours now. Please, help me. I need to sleep. Alright, so when the boss begins, you can drop a rock on her and she'll either charge at you or teleport to you. Let's see what happens.
Thunder.
Alright, she charged at me. In that case, run toward her because if you run backward, you actually get hurt.
Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals.
Here you can just throw another rock at her. And just wait.
Illusions are but distractions.
Ah, this one. Okay, so this one, you can either hit one. One of them is actually a bomb, so be careful. And then you can use Amber to hit the other ones if you're not sure. And it looks like I missed her this time. That's fine. Oh, I got her. Okay. This is a small damage phase. So you can hit her a few times, but don't get too greedy. Get away, otherwise you get hit by Electro. Like that. If you stay too close, that hits you.
Thunder.
As I said again, dodge toward her if she lunges at you and you're way too
Lightning
far.
does not bend to the will of mortals.
Or a little bit too close, sorry.
All desire can be broken.
This one's a very easy move to dodge. Just move to the outside of the arena and hide in these little circles here. Otherwise, you get time stopped and sliced, or you get electrocuted. Both suck, so it's better to take no damage at all. And drop another rock on her, and she'll probably enter the phase very soon. Let's see what happens.
Stillness transcending.
Oh, careful of those. Those look like a little landmines. Just make sure you don't run into them. Oof. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna drop a rock in front of me just in case. Oops. She accidentally went into that one. Oopsie. What I was trying to do is trying to break her pathing. The clapping thing just ran out of it. So the problem is, you see what I'm doing here? When she charges at me, I'm trying to break her pathing like this. So when she charges at me, it's actually possible to stop her in her tracks, but it's hard to pull off. So the majority of the time, it's better to just use Noelle. But if you can, drop a rock and stop her. Here is just, you know, use Lisa, and you basically take only 1 HP damage. Look at my health. Ah, that tickled a little bit. This one is very easy to dodge, run out of the way. And see if you can always drop a rock in front of you, because that saves your life sometimes. See? She actually didn't get close to me enough to actually do any damage. This one, I think she'll just do a little ring around the rosy thing. Ah, yeah, okay, cool. So it is. So here, see if you can approach like this angle and just run. Or not run, but jump over these little waves, because that's the only way you're able to dodge this attack. The last one, bring out Lisa, because she's tall, and jump in the middle, like this. But it's very hard to pull off, so if you can, just use Noelle. Look at that. I basically dodged that one, and I'm going to use it again. Oof, that was close. Okay. I'll try to demonstrate that one more time. If she charges at me, she's going to destroy that rock. Please charge at me, Shogun. Look at that. See? Look at that. It's really easy to actually pull off. But you have to do a proper thing there. Otherwise, you're screwed. Like that. So at this time, that was not a good move. It's better if you use Noelle and just tank that damage. Because some moves just aren't really dodgeable. It's not feasible. But here, we're going to start doing a lot of damage. You can use Noelle, and you can probably get 3 weaves off. So what I mean in the weave is like a 4 combo. So that's 1 weave, 1, 2, 3, second weave, and then the third weave is this one. And then this one I'm going to back off. Yep. And we're going to start from basically square one. And by then, I think you've seen the majority of the moves now. But let's continue and see what happens. Again, keep your distance, make sure that you don't take unnecessary damage.
The eye sweeps the land.
This one again, you know, same move, hit the orb. Don't break the combo because the extra rock can help you break it. This gives you a little bit more damage. And back away when you need to, because you don't want to be hit by the Electro.
Inferior. Strike dead.
Again, when you can, drop a rock.
Inferior.
Again, do this again. Perfect. Drop another rock. And just continue repeating the same steps until you finally beat the boss.
Lightning, obey me.
Ah, the most annoying move, yes.
Thunder.
Let's see if she charges at me. She almost did, actually. Okay, that was pretty cool. Alright, looks like we're going to go through another phase here. Ah, wait, I can actually probably beat it. That was a bomb. Alright, let's use Amber. We need to hurry this up. Oh, she blew me up again. Okay, I got her. That was very close.
Leave it up to me, as a dutiful maid would.
Emptiness awaits.
Okay, so keep in mind that I did that just so I can save time because I really didn't want to go through another like 30 minutes of footage. But basically, here's all the remaining moves that I didn't cover, either away from those blades or in between them. Here you can see, here I was able to run toward her. This is how you dodge that move.
This body is eternal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Your verdict is decided.
So that's out of the way. That's basically how you beat this boss. Now, did I get hit? Yeah, unfortunately I did. But the best way to basically avoid a lot of the moves is use Geo-Traveler, or better yet, use Zhongli. And if you have him, drop like a few pillars here and it'll stop her dead in her tracks. But otherwise, you're gonna have to deal with some undodgeable moves like the little shadow under my balls or whatever. And unfortunately, if you don't have Geo-Traveler or Zhongli built or whatever, and you don't have this particular constellation activated, then you're gonna have to use Noelle or some sort of shield unit and dash away from the actual boss and minimize the damage taken. Unfortunately, the long leg people don't really make the cut, so even if you were to use like a tall mail and dash backward, there's a very good chance you'll still get clipped for a few hundred damage, which is very annoying. But otherwise, this boss fight is just tedious, and honestly, at least it's fun. I'd rather prefer this over the La Senora fight, honestly, and I definitely like this better than the Bishop fight in Enkanomiya, because that fight is just boring. But anyway, that's how I did it free to play, and if you're interested, stick around for how I did it with my usual squad when I get exasperated.
Stabilize.
Thunder.
Stabilize.
Shine down. Illusions are but distractions. Shattered.
Time for a light show.
Your verdict is decided. Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals. Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Stabilize.
Stillness transcending. Inferior. This body is eternal. Perish.
Quake.
Sever. Witness the final. There is no escape. There is no escape. Sever. Purge all obstacles. Eternity is in my hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dodge that shit.
Sever!
Can I hit her from here? I guess I can.
Rise!
There is no escape!
Alright, this should be good.
Gather! This is order!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Go bishop down!
Stabilize!
Inferior.
No escape!
Solidify!
Shine down! The eye sweeps the land!
Order guide you!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!